And shout out My Hot Minute, the #1 blog and podcast in the universe, you feel me?
My Hot Minute, #1 blog in the universe, man. Today we got a very special guest, a couple special guests, man, and it's a live location from Rucker Park, New York, man. One of the most historic parks, you know, likes of, you know, you got Kobe, probably Dr. J, Wilt Chamberlain. Who else, man? KD.
Yeah, Fat Joe and Jay-Z had a little tournament over here.
Yeah, like if any, basically any like real famous hooper definitely hooped here.
For sure.
And a lot of them came up in the Polo Grounds towers behind us. Polo Grounds had that's where the Yankees used to play when they were the Giants, and then they moved to the Bronx. Anyways, man, we got some special guests in the building. Shout out Dapper Money, man.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and introduce everyone on the camera.
So you got me, I'm the CEO of Dapper Money, Money Man Juice, OJ Juice, whatever you want to call me. We got my guy TFULA here, Dot, you feel me, Playboy Doe. We got a bunch of different names, but this is the CEO of TFULA Attire, the fuck you looking at attire. We got my guy Zaus Visuals, Zaus Visions, you feel me, back here. Big videographer, tap in with him for your videographer needs, whatever. You feel me? He's the one doing the recap documentary of this fucking trip, so y'all get to see that too. Go over to our YouTube, Dapper Money Clothing, check that out when it drops. And then you got my little brother, co-owner, YPC, TrenchBaby, whatever you want to call him, but that's Jay. And yeah, that's the team. That's who we got out here. We had a couple more people out here with us that ain't at the interview right now, like Slime Ball, Pronto Packs, Blue TNT, and then obviously my guy behind the camera, My Hot Minutes. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you having us. Like I always say, bro, getting a My Hot Minute interview, that's like getting a Say Cheese. That's like getting a No Jumper. That's like getting a Vlad.
We on Sway's universe right now.
Like Sway. That's like getting one of them type of high-level interviews, $1 million worth of getting any of them type of interviews. My guy Brenton is the man in Colorado when it comes to interviews. So if you haven't got the interview, make sure you tap in with him. And yeah, the price is definitely worth it. I know it seems like a lot, but that shit's gonna run your shit up if you dropping fire product. If you dropping fire product, fire content, that shit's definitely gonna run your shit up. And I can definitely vouch for that. I tapped in with him multiple times for promo, and that shit boosts my followers up, boosts my sales up, all types of shit. So definitely tap in, stop hating on my guy when it comes to that shit, because I be seeing that shit. I be talking about he taxing. I felt the same way, bro. I felt the same. I ain't even gonna cap and act like I didn't feel the same way until I bought the promo, bro. That's the thing. It takes money to make money. So tap in with my guy for the promo, for sure.
No, that's love. I appreciate it. I just want to get into y'all's backstories a little bit, you know, before we get into the fashion shit and where y'all are at now. So start with you, bro. Talk about where you grew up, where you came from, and what life was like growing up.
Okay, bet. So yeah, I was born at Rose Hospital in Denver, Colorado. You feel me? But straight back to the A. So ACO, baby. You feel me? Grew up in the A. My mom had me at 17 years old, so product of a teenage baby. You feel me? And if y'all don't know, that makes it way tougher. You feel me? Being a kid, being raised by basically a kid, and her. You feel me? Like having to step up to the plate and be an adult at a young age. But yeah, I grew up in the world, not in no specific like area, but I moved all around the world, bro, my whole life. In and out of apartments, staying in hotels, staying in cars, all that type of stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I know a bunch of people in Colorado around the city, because I just moved around a lot.
Hell yeah. What about you, bro? Talk about where you originally born, how you came up, where you from, all that shit.
I was born in Denver. I don't know exactly what hospital. I know it ain't up no more though. Like it got closed down or whatever. But yeah, then I've just been in the world my whole life. ACO baby for real. Like first I was around the Rangeview area, then I really grew up on 13th and Chambers, I would say, like by Hinkley and shit like that. That's what made me all them late nights sneaking out, all type of shit like that. Like just was always doing shit. I was always kind of known because I just always been getting the bitches since I was younger, shit like that. So
that's where you get Playboy from?
Yeah, facts. That's
exactly where.
I ain't gonna lie. When I first, I always used to see, bro, when we was young playing AYL football and shit. he played for the Bulldogs, I played for the Shamrocks, and if y'all don't know, that's like the rivalry, you feel me? That we was rivals. But we locked in, like, I want to say 2019, but that's really where I knew him from. I see him start his brand. This nigga used to have all the fine bitches modeling in his shit. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be like, damn, who the fuck is this nigga with all the bitches? And then shit, we locked in, like, you feel me, officially. But I'll never forget, I have to tell this story right quick. I'll never forget when I was working at Kids Foot Locker. It was my senior year of high school, and my guy, him and his BM walked in, and he asked me like, hey bro, like, what do I got to do to start my own clothing brand? He had already had his shit going, but he just was trying to like pick my brain, you feel me?
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I see him, you feel me, on Facebook with his shit, running that shit the fuck up after he came into the store. So that's one thing that always stuck with me with him. Like, he stuck with that shit, you feel me? Like, all the way. And now you see where my guy's at. So I'm definitely proud of him for that, for sure.
Okay. Right now you're looking at the top 3 clothing brand owners, and we not 3. So,
you feel me?
Yeah.
Talk that shit.
Real shit.
My guy's Zeus, you want to talk your shit?
My name's Chris, co-creator of Out 77. Shout out my boy ZKE, he out in Japan right now, going crazy. I was born in Louisville, Colorado, right off the turnpike going up to Boulder. Grew up in Aurora, big little baby, like Vaughn. I ain't even met bro yet.
Yeah,
he hit me up out the blue like, hey, I want you to New York with me. I'll pay for the trip, all that. I was like, shit, I met TFULA in fashion class. It was like first year they started fashion class at Overland. Shout out all the Trailblazers. Shout out all the Prairie Hawks, Harlem Panthers, all my boys.
You said what? Pomona Panthers or my tripping?
Panthers, man. I grew up over there, Utica Circle, right by 9 Mile type shit.
Oh, okay.
All my dogs. I was always quiet, real quiet nigga, shy. Everybody knew me to be quiet, but I was popular. You know, I listened and shit, be chilling.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I know a lot of people have been around. You know, a lot of people kind of know. A lot of people know me through social media, but like they never met me for real. So like, it's pretty cool actually getting out and getting to like meet people for real. Like they get to actually see like who I am as a person and shit. Not just fire through, you know, especially with the camera. Everything's kind of been changing since I picked up the cameras. So many more people, more opportunities. Yeah, bro. Shout out my boy Dapper Money. In New York, bro. I never thought I was gonna be here in New York.
No, for real.
Shit, and it's low-key all our first times out here, so that shit lit us up. And like he said, bro, I low-key met him through social media. Like, not even low-key, high-key, I met him through social media. I've been needing a videographer, you feel me? And I wanted to tap in with somebody that like everybody ain't work with, and I love bro's products, so definitely had to tap in with him. And then that just goes to show, like, shit, you just reach out to people and work with them and see like how motherfuckers is. That's all it takes. Either you gonna fuck with them and work with them in the future, or you gonna be like, nah, this wasn't a good fit, and you just keep it pushing, find the next person. But we definitely locked in with Zal's visions, you feel me? Because my guy been documenting everything, bro. Literally, like on Snow on the Bluff, no matter what happened, boy, keep that motherfucker rolling. You feel me? So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. You want to give a little background story?
I mean, shit, I basically got the same background story as my brother, for real.
Yeah.
That's my same mom, same dad, so that's my blood brother. You know, I be doing music and all that, producing.
You make music too?
Yeah, I make music too. I be trying to I'm gonna get into more producing, making beats and all that, in the process of learning more of that. And then I really just got into the clothes because of my brother, and then I always like, we all always like clothes because of my mom and dad, the way they, how we seen them dress and stuff, and the way how fashionable they was, how they had their style, so they just kind of grew on us.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I just got into the clothes because of my brother, and then it's only right, it's me and him doing it.
Okay, that's that. What was like that first moment that sparked the idea of Dapper Money?
Okay, yeah, I'll go back into that. All right, so basically, I always wanted to have my own clothing brand, and the first clothing brand I had started was like my freshman year in high school. It was called Top Notch Clothing, you feel me? And like that, I ain't never dropped no shirts for that, but I always had in my mind like I want to have a clothing brand, bro. Cause I remember there's these dudes at Vista Peak, bro, they started their own clothing brand. Literally. But I seen them, they was getting all the bitches, bro. So I was like, shit, I want to start my own clothing brand, you feel me? Because I want some bitches, you feel me? So I was like, let me start my own clothing brand. But the idea of Dapper Money really didn't come into fruition until, like, I'll say my junior year of high school. So like I started a brand, it was Dapper at first. It was only Dapper, you feel me? But then, like, I started doing my research on shit.
There's a lot of Dappers.
Yeah, I realized, like, legally you can't just trademark Dapper or LLC Dapper. So I was like, all right, Dapper what? So I was like, shit, Dapper Money, because money is something that we strive to get every day. The money makes the world go round, and shit, you need that shit to survive, you feel me? So it's like, that's why it's Dapper Money. And then you combine Dapper with money, that's clean money, you feel me? The definition of Dapper is to be clean, well-dressed, neat, and trim. You feel me? So I felt like I was that when I dressed. I felt like I was clean, dressed well, all that, and I feel like money. So like I said, you combine that, Dapper Money, and it just means so much in one. You feel me? Clean cash. And our slogan is #1 streetwear brand for creators, innovators, and hustlers. You feel me? In all those ways you can make money. Being a creator, you create an idea. You're an inventor, basically. Innovator, that's taking something that's already been created and you're innovating and making it your own. And then a hustler, that's somebody you get up every day getting to it, you feel me? So that's basically what Dapper Money came from. And then just like trying to inspire the youth and shit. Like I got real inspired from Nipsey, you feel me? And seeing what he did with the marathon clothing and All Money In and shit. And seeing how his community like respects him and really looks at him as a stand-up guy and what he was doing for his community. So I wanted to do the same for my community and stuff like that, because I just see like what we're lacking in the community. But yeah, that's how Dapper Money came about. I'm pretty sure bro gonna talk about how TFULA came.
Yeah, how'd that come about?
All right, so TFULA, it came about, the word actually came to me before that brand even came. I was actually driving past like Acme or something like that like has an acronym like ACME means something type shit. And then the nigga was looking at me crazy and I was like, the fuck you looking at? You feel me? While I'm in the car. And then I was just letting it sit with me, and I'm like, TFULA, and I just thought that was hard. Low-key, I made it my Facebook name first, or whatever. And then I had these little polo shoes that I didn't really like all the way, and I had wrote the first little TFULA design on it, just being in class, bored as hell. And so, shit. A year later, some more background between that. Before I even started the brand, I was in this little fashion class at Overland. I wasn't really paying attention like that.
They have fashion class.
Yeah, that's like one of the only schools.
Yeah, I said Hinkley ain't had that shit.
Yeah.
Hinkley definitely ain't had that shit.
Shout out Mr. Lundy. You got what, 30? It was like 30 actual like professional grade sewing machines and shit.
Oh yeah, like them big bitches that I can't even afford to this day type shit. Like $2,000 sewing machines type shit. So yeah, that's pretty much how I like got an intro to sewing. I'm not saying if I wasn't in that class, I wouldn't have started a brand. I probably would have anyway, because I just been like a fresh nigga all my life. I used to just thrift shit and like cut it up, do all type of shit, you feel me? So I was already kind of like a designer for myself, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I was fucking with this girl like right at the end of high school. I was actually gonna go to radio broadcasting school type shit and like try to be like a radio host or something like that.
Yeah.
But then I was fucking with this girl that was making shirts for this.
You got the voice for it.
Yeah. I was like, shit, I might as well. I could still go do some shit like that. I could just be professional in this shit and go ahead and move on to whatever. But yeah, so I was fucking with this girl that was making the shirts or whatever. So I had her redo my logo in like bubble letters type shit, because it was in like just normal like letters and shit. Yeah. And then put it on some transfer paper, and then on my first couple little shirts and shit. And really, I was doing that shit as a hustle, because I was selling weed, selling shrooms, all type of shit. So I was just like, boom, I get all these shirts for $100. I sell them for 20 each. I get 200 back. You feel me? So I was doing it like that. I did that like 3-4 times, and then I just like noticed like niggas is really fucking with this shit. So I started dropping some more designs and shit like that, and just really adapting myself into a designer. You feel me? Because when I started the brand, it was literally just to do something out of high school. So it's not like I was just out of high school not doing shit, because I wasn't going to no motherfucking college.
I'll talk about that too.
I was just trying to do like some type of, I feel like fashion is kind of damn near like a trade for me type shit, like, because I just like got the easy skill for it, and it's like I can't even like collab with somebody else and help them with their designs type shit, other than just doing my shit, because niggas ask me to be a creative director all the time, you feel me? So it's like shit, using my skill to get this dough, you feel me? But really I'm just I'm just on the verge, on the mission to live in auspicious eternally in whatever way that be, and then it just worked out for me as in fashion. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when it all came together for both y'all's brands, what would you say was like the first moment you were like, damn, people actually like really messing with this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like you sold out a collection, or like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, where you were like, what were some of those milestone moments for you? You know what I mean?
I remember my milestone moment was, it was I believe it was I want to say, I don't remember if it was the first, I believe it was the second Antic show. But shout out my auntie Coco, you feel me? She let me get in the Antic show, and this was the one when they did it at the Summit. It was at the Summit, I believe. It was at one of them spots, but she let me get my table booth. I had just dropped out of college, you feel me? This is my first pop-up, or my second pop-up, because my first pop-up was in Fort Collins. And that first pop-up, bro, I ain't sell shit. Zero sales, you feel me?
Damn.
Nothing, bro. So
what was the Fort Collins pop-up?
So the Fort Collins pop-up, it was at like this little, this event that these like older dudes was throwing. It was like something with Project Pat. It was some shit, bro. It was like, it was cool, but like the people out there wasn't really like fucking with my shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
But then once I came back,
white people out there.
you feel me? Yeah, so that was one of the reasons too I dropped out. Not like nothing against white people, but like shit, we ain't got nothing in common like to relate about, you feel me? Like I'm talking about shit I got going back on at home, and they can't even relate to that shit. But at the Antic shows, like everybody was buying my shit, you feel me? Basically almost sold out. Like that night is like what really got me Dapper Money a name, you feel me? And I'll say that was the moment, bro, at that Antic show for sure.
Would you say like that before that moment, were you ever like, damn, I don't know if this is for me, having troubles at that first show with the Fort Collins?
Honestly, like shit, obviously we all got that in our mind. Like if you invest some money into some shit and then it falls through, or you don't see a return on that shit, you obviously gonna be feeling like, damn, like what's next? Like what should I do next? But never in my mind did I think like, this shit not for me, you feel me? I just was thinking like, all right, what's next? And my next move was to go back home and nigga, feed my people, you feel me? Give them the Dapper Money, because they the ones that is like really, that's they shit. So
okay. We'll come back to you on the Fort Collins, just your college experience. Okay, I want to go to bro. As far as like your milestones or different moments that, you know.
So I feel like my milestone was like low key. I got a couple different milestones, like as far as like what really hit me type shit. I'll say like my second drop, like when I thought niggas was just buying the first drop just cause they like, oh, Devontre done started a brand type shit, that's tight, you feel me? Cause niggas just know me, like my name like hold weight by itself, you feel me? But I wanted the brand to hold its own name, you feel me? So I say like that second, third drop, like when I dropped these sweatsuits that had like the gold on it and shit like that, like niggas was really buying my shit like a motherfucker type shit. And I was just like, damn, like I didn't think that motherfuckers was really fucking with it. I thought they were just fucking with it just because I was selling it, you feel me? Not because the design was hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's always been for me, like I just want them to fuck with the brand. Like they don't even gotta know that I own the shit, honestly. Like, of course my face gonna be on that shit just because like I speak about my brand. I try to show people the message and shit like that.
Push that shit.
Yeah, but I would rather just like people just fuck with the clothing type shit. So that was my first milestone. And my second was like when we did our first fashion show and shit like that. Because with the first thing is like most people like kind of like know me and shit like that, but when I had like strangers clapping for me and shit like that, coming up to me telling me my shit's hard, like that was like, oh yeah, I got this shit for sure.
That show, yeah, I want you to definitely like touch back on his show too, like cause.
Oh yeah, no, I was speaking just now about the fashion show that we both did together in 2019 or 2020.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, me and this my nigga, man. We done like went to hella fashion shows, we done did hella trips. Like this is what, like our 5th trip together.
Oh
like,
God.
This is my nigga right here, like, you feel me, to the grave for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. As far as like your college experience, what made you go to CSU? And like that's a tough school to even get into. I mean, you gotta have at least like a 3.0 GPA. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be doing decent. You know what I'm saying? So how did that all come about? And then what made you leave college and then get into? Well, you already talked about like Dapper Money, but like what was your whole college experience like and stuff like that?
So I'll start like back in high school, like when I first started applying to colleges. So like in high school, I always kept like above a 3.0. You feel me? So I was gonna get into somewhere. You feel me? I was definitely getting into somewhere. But like I said, my mom had me at a young age. My dad was young as well, so neither of them went to college. And like that was something that I had told myself, like, I'm gonna do for my parents type shit. You feel me? Like, it wasn't really for me, cause like school never really was for me, bro. Like, I remember back in elementary school, like lying about the reading log and shit, like forging the signature, bro, because I really ain't read the book and shit. You feel me? Or forging the signature for the homework. You feel me? Because I ain't do that shit. And I really ain't get my grades together, bro, till my sophomore year in high school. I ain't gonna lie. My mom told me, she was like, well, I never knew, cause that's because I hide the report card, nigga. I was not pulling that bitch out the backpack. I was not pulling none of that. But I got my shit together. Once I transferred to Hinckley my sophomore year, bro, I got my shit together.
Where'd you go freshman year?
I went to Vista Peak my freshman year. So if y'all don't know, like if anybody who's watching don't know where that's at, that's like out east, east of Aurora, you feel me, like Gun Club Road and shit like that. But I went there for my freshman year. And little do people know, shit, we used my great-grandpa's address to go to that school. Like, nigga, we was catching the bus all the way from Sable in Mississippi to out there, bro, like to on the RTD, though, not the school bus, nigga, the RTD. Hopping on the RTD. Before school, getting on the RTD all the way to school to get on the school bus, then go to school, then hop off the school bus, hop on the RTD, go back home. Really, I should have been going to Gateway, nigga. That's where my address really was.
That's like a
Gateway.
30-minute ride, nigga.
You feel me?
But
my mom always, that's one thing that she just tried to keep us in good schools. You feel me? Like, even if there was a school down the street from where we lived, we was not going to that motherfucker. She would have us catching the bus to a nice school. You feel me? So, but shit, once I went to Hinckley, though, I got my grades together because I told myself, I was like, shit, if I don't I gotta do something after high school, because at that point I just didn't know. Like, obviously the clothing brand shit, it was still like an infant, a baby at that point. Like,
I didn't know I was gonna be more
me? So, but fast forward back, my grades was good and shit, and I applied to like 30 colleges, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I applied everywhere. Everywhere, bro. I got accepted into a good 30-something colleges.
Don't you gotta pay an application fee too?
All my shit got waived because I had free lunch, bro. If you got free lunch, look, there's tips, bro. If you need game on how to like get fast food and all that shit, bro, hit me up, bro. I'll
for real.
get you right, bro. But fucking yeah. So basically, apply to all them bitches, and yeah, like you said, if you don't got free lunch and shit like that, then yeah, you gotta pay. But I had free lunch, bro, so I was getting free applications applied everywhere, bro. So then I was looking at like the prices and shit. Out of state, that shit like hella expensive, bro, hella expensive. So I was like, I'm not going out of state, you feel me? So then my options was UNC, CSU, or I think those was like the main two that I applied to out here, cause I didn't apply to CU. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't apply to CU because they requirements is fucking crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like CU, like CSU, the requirements is easy to get in that bitch. But so then those was my two options, bro. I was in between UNC and CSU. But so yeah, it was between those two schools. But the thing about at Hinckley, they got like an affiliate program with CSU. So like if you a Hinckley student and you go to CSU, then you get like some money off your shit.
Scholarship?
Yeah, so I got that. So I was just trying to think of like money wise, like how I'm gonna pay for college, you feel me? So I had already got my FAFSA. I had got a grant from like being a first year student. They had gave me like a Latino, Hispanic grant just cause, you feel me, I'm part Mexican, you feel me? So I had got that joint. Bro, they was giving me a bunch of shit. But the thing is, with those, you gotta keep your grades up to maintain those motherfuckers, like to keep getting the bread, you feel me? But so that was the thing with CSU. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna basically get everything paid for at that motherfucker. So I was like, shit, and it's right at home, only an hour away from Fort Collins. I mean, from Aurora. So I was like, bet. Chose CSU, and then I went up there. Once I went up there, my major was fashion. It was what is it, apparel and merchandising. That's like the business name for that shit, but it was apparel and merchandising. And yeah, that's what made me choose CSU, honestly. Shit, they got if y'all look, they got the #1 fashion program in Colorado, and it's one of the top fashion programs in the country. But one thing I'll say about school is they be teaching you shit that you can learn on your own. If you go on Google, YouTube, you feel me? You can literally YouTube University, Google University, all that shit, bro. One thing I tell young motherfuckers, do your research definitely before you like commit to going to college, because you don't want to get in that debt. And that's what I'll say about that, because I don't want to just keep ranting on and on and on. You feel me?
No, but I was about to say, like, with the school shit, like, it's like, think about all the hours that you spend in school, like learning shit that you don't even give a fuck about type shit. But what if you spending them hours by yourself, focused, learning shit that you do give a fuck about? You feel me? Like, shit just gonna impact you way different. You feel me?
And like he said, go to a trade school. Like, if you gonna go to school, if you gonna go to like college or anything after school, go to a trade school. Get you a trade. You feel me? Plumbing, heating, and cooling, AC shit. Shit like that, get you a trade, because the trades never go out. People always gonna need plumbing. People always gonna need them type of jobs, bro. You feel me? And like,
trade schools only focus on the shit that you there for, and not all the extra.
Exactly. And not only that, with trade schools, then that's like the first step up to being an independent, getting contracted through shit. You feel me? Not having to work for motherfuckers. Because with trade shit, like, think about it being a plumber, bro. You start people need plumbing all the time, so you start your own plumbing business, and boom, you you just like hit motherfuckers up or post your shit. Motherfuckers gonna hit you up. I need this plumbing job done. I need this done. That's why you see on Facebook all the time. There's so many entrepreneurs out here now, bro. There's literally there's people that have a service for whatever you need nowadays, without having to go through the actual professional. Now, one thing I'll say is you gotta watch who you shopping with and shit like that, because obviously motherfuckers will get shicey out here, bro. It is what it is, but yeah, definitely like find what you want to do and go for that shit.
Hell yeah. I wanted to ask, as far as those varsity jackets you just dropped, that was going crazy in the city. You know, you had the Aurora, Montbello, Park Hill, the East Side. How did those joints come together? And then like, what's the idea behind it?
Okay, so how they first came together is first off, like, obviously, like I said earlier in the video, I'm from Aurora, you feel me? So like, the thing is, what I say now, I think this shit really started like 2018, 2019. Everybody wanted to start repping Aurora hard. You feel me? Everybody wanted to start. Now you hear everybody ACO this, ACO that. Everybody's ACO now, bro. But before that, and shout out to Polo, Savvy, like all the Aurora artists that is like really front line for this ACO shit. The A-Team, K-Baby, Quan racked up from the Valleys, but you feel me? He's on the A-Team. Yeah, all the ACO artists, bro. And if I'm forgetting anybody, it's just because I'm thinking of a lot, bro.
I'm going to curve the grade.
You feel me? So basically, but Honey Pack and them is like the ones that made ACO pop off. You feel me? The term ACO, the name ACO, all that shit. Because if you really know the history, like ACO was basically like a gang term, bro. Aurora really used to be A-Town, bro. A-Town All-Stars. Anybody who's really from Aurora, they'll remember, bro. When the
was like
high school basketball,
6, LQ.
yeah, bro. It used to be A-Town, bro. That's what they used to call that shit. But now they call that shit ACO. You feel me? But that shit really started with like Honey Pack and them. But going back to the varsity jackets, I was like, shit, what's a piece that like ain't nobody fucked with in the city, and like something that's gonna be different, you feel me? So I was like, obviously varsity jackets, everybody done did varsity jackets, but I was like, how can I make my shit different? And I know, like Lil Bro said, the style that my mom and dad like instilled in us, it was like sports jackets, jerseys, like that old school, you feel me, starter jackets and shit like that. So like, that's my style. So I was like, all right, what can I do? I was like, all right, let me take the locations in Aurora and put them on the back of the jacket, you feel me? Like, and then you got the alien on this side.
You draw your designs?
I do all my designs on the Adobe Illustrator. And like the aliens and shit, yeah, draw all them bitches.
And he left-handed.
Lefty, you feel me? So that lucky lefty, but yeah, you feel me? Aurora patch on the sleeve, and then you got the Avalanche A, because if y'all don't know, anybody who's not from Colorado, we just won the motherfucking Stanley Cup like what, 2 years ago?
Right.
So that automatically boom, and then like the Avalanche A, that was low key the representation of Aurora. You feel me? Like when people think of the A, that's the A, because that's a Colorado team, a logo, like. So I was like, let me come up with something that's like gonna be remembered, that's gonna outlive me type shit. You feel me? Because that jacket is gonna outlive me, bro. Like that shit is historical. And then after I did the award one, so the award one, I did that shit, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had did that design like 2 years ago. I hella did that shit 2 years ago, and just now dropping that shit this year.
What made you hold off?
Wanting to perfect that shit, bro. Like one thing about me is like I'm not gonna rush my shit and rush to drop my shit just because I see other brands dropping their shit and I see them doing numbers and shit like that. Me personally, I know all my shit is hard as fuck. You feel me? All my shit is gonna, like I said, outlive me. So I'm not worried about when it drops, bro. The main thing I'm worried about is making sure that everything is exactly how I want it. And anybody who's in this clothing game and has manufacturers and shit like that, they'll know that these manufacturers will fuck your shit up. You will send them a picture of your mock-up, they'll send you the sample, shit won't look nothing like it, you feel me? So then you trying to tweak those things. And with me, I like quality shit. I like embroidered shit, bro. I don't like shit that's gonna peel. You ironing it on and then it's peeling off, you feel me? So like I'm like, I need my shit embroidered, so that shit takes like 2 to 4 weeks to be produced and then another week to be shipped out. So it's like it's a whole process. And then like the pre-order process of pre-ordering them bitches, that's like a whole month, you feel me?
Right.
And like I said, I just be wanting my shit to be not perfected, because nothing could ever be perfect, but I want my shit to meet my standards, you feel me? Like, and to make sure my customers, when they get that shit, they gonna be like, yeah, this was a good,
this shit.
You feel me? This was great money well spent, you feel me? Like, I'm happy I spent my money on this because I got a good return on it, bro. And that's one thing, like, people just want their return on shit, you feel me?
That's the difference between Dapper money, TFULA, like range times, loaning, that's the type of shit. Like, they charge their shit because it's real craftsmanship and time and like actual good resources to put into it, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these other Denver brands, you know, they want to tax and charge, but it's just some screen prints, just some quick little heat press, it's gonna wash off. It's like, they don't push it right. And then even though like they push so much more professionally, real, a lot more business, like, you know, a lot of Denver brands, they just use bully tactics, like, oh, buy my shit, fuck with my shit, or we don't fuck with you, you're not gang, you're not this. It's
literally,
like,
them tactics is terrible, bro. That is facts.
That's what it is, but if you are buying it, he gonna fuck with you.
Facts.
He's gonna be solid with you.
Facts.
That's why I fuck with TFULA type shit.
No, that's real.
And that's facts.
How come you have so much love for like Denver, Colorado, or you know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of hard to find. Like not everyone has that. You feel me? Like you've always supported a lot of the artists out there. You know, you supported me with my hot minute. You support, obviously, you repping for all the different neighborhoods and cities in Colorado.
Exactly.
So like, what's to that?
Honestly, how I feel about it, bro, is like, what people don't know is like, it's the same, as the saying goes, bro, our unity is our wealth. You feel me? Like, a lot of these motherfuckers, like, they want to be the chief, bro. Nobody knows how to be an Indian nowadays. And like, my love for the city comes from like, just see, I want to see us do great, bro. Like I said, me and bro done went to Houston, Atlanta, Cali, we in New York right now. Like, we done been to all these places, and one thing you see is that these motherfuckers rep they shit hard as
everywhere
fuck,
you go, it's a
anywhere
Yankees
you
hat.
go, bro. Anywhere you go, they rep that shit hard as fuck. And one thing I noticed about Colorado is like, we don't rep our shit, bro. And that's why I'm happy, like, Honey Packing them is ACO this, ACO that, everybody ACO, you feel me, or wherever they from. If you notice, as soon as Honey Packing all them started repping ACO hard as fuck, everybody's sections, everybody started repping their sections harder, bro. Besides like Montbello and shit, cause Montbello, they been repping their section. That's one thing I'll say about Montbello. Everybody from Montbello, my mom from Montbello, you feel me? In Park, Montbello, honestly, everybody, all the other sections been repping their shit. Awards just now coming in and starting to step up and shit like that. But
there's Aurora and there's ACO. Some niggas are from Aurora, some niggas are from ACO.
Yeah, facts.
I remember when everybody in Aurora, they either wanted to be from the east side or Park Hill for whatever reason.
Literally, or Montbello.
That's why there's love. Like, when you're actually from Aurora, from Denver, for real, like, that's really all you know type shit, that you really like rep that shit. But a lot of niggas in Denver and shit, they want to be like they're from out here, they're from Cali.
For real. Oh, I can't,
It's like,
exactly.
I can't stand that shit when they got like 3 or 4 different cities in their bios and shit. Like, bro.
And then not only
We know
that,
you're
Oh, yeah,
from
that little
Denver,
flight
man.
shit.
We know you're from Denver, bro. Like,
and
come
then
on.
like not only that, bro, like I said, these people out here, they rep that shit hard as fuck. When you go to Denver, bro, why are we wearing a shirt that says Houston? Why are we wearing a shirt that say New York? Why are we wearing shirts that say Cali? Shit like that. Why aren't we wearing a Dapper Money Award varsity jacket or a TFULA attire? You feel me? Or a Killian there, or Lone in Disaster, or Broncos gear, Avalanche gears. Maybe that's not your squad or whatever, but like,
I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Cowboys fan. I came out here repping Nuggets and Broncos because
exactly.
I'm a Bulls fan, I'm a Dolphins fan. I read my
Easy got that.
So I feel like that's just one thing we lack, bro. Is like people. I feel like people are embarrassed to be from Colorado, and I feel like that's because they want to fit this drill scene. They want to be from Chicago. They want to be from Louisiana. They want to be from New York. They want to be from all these places,
Right.
but are scared to embrace where they from. And what they not knowing is that if they actually embrace where we from, bro, and we all came together and embraced where we from, people would see. People would literally see.
This actually means something different.
Yeah, for his grandma and grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
It's
You feel
Cheryl
me?
and Robert.
R.I.P. His grandpa, you feel me?
Yeah.
R.I.P. Mr. Robert, you feel me? That was my guy.
Yeah.
You feel me? He was a real nigga.
And they my rocks.
Hey,
You know, so.
and his grandparents, bro, been nothing but like grandparents to me, bro. As soon as I met him, bro, they treat me like family, bro. That's why I love him, bro, and his family, bro, because that's how it be. But if we all came together, bro, and embrace where we from, everybody in this city embrace Denver, embrace Aurora, just embrace Colorado in general, they'll see that Colorado's not a skiing town. It's not us fucking cowboys, all that shit. Like, we got culture, bro, but we have to embrace that shit instead of trying to run from this shit, trying to, like, you feel me, leaving. Obviously, yeah, you got to leave the city, go see shit, but when we leave the city, we got to let motherfuckers know where we from. Like, when us being out here, bro, anytime we told people we from Colorado, they looking at us crazy because
they showing love too, though.
And they showing love, but they looking at us like, damn, like they're shocked, bro. They never met somebody. You feel me? They thought we was gonna be white people. You feel me? they keep thinking I'm from out here. They keep thinking I'm from out here. I don't know why, but if we just all came together, bro, embrace the city, we'll go up.
Yeah, I've been rocking different. All of the teams out here this whole time. Everyone keep looking at me crazy. At the Yankees game when I was wearing the Rocky shirt, he's like,
literally.
They don't even get it. We got NBA chips, Super Bowls, Stanley Cups,
fucking
lacrosse championships. We produced.
DU won the hockey champion. Like, they won like 7 hockey championships. Shit, CU's going crazy.
Yeah, facts. And one thing I'll say about Colorado in general is we gotta learn to be like loyal, bro. That's what one thing Colorado needs to learn is to be loyal. Stop, not even just clicking up, is quit being so quick to jump ship as soon as shit ain't panning out and we ain't winning. You feel me? Look at Russell Wilson, for example. When the Broncos first got Russell Wilson, everybody was riding this nigga's dick. Oh yeah, we got rest, we going to the bowl, this and that. Season don't pan out, he's not playing good. Now everybody's fuck Russ this, get him the fuck out of here, he's trash, this and that. Instead of embracing him, lifting your brother up and letting him know, like, you good, bro. We got you. You feel me?
Like how we did Jamal Murray. Everybody
literally
loved Jamal when he got hurt.
Man,
for real.
Embrace your brother, lift him up, because then they gonna see, all right, they still got my back even through these trials and tribulations. That's gonna make a motherfucker want to go harder. Whereas you doubting a motherfucker, downing them and telling them, oh, fuck you this, fuck you that. They gonna see in their mind, if they not a mentally tough person, they gonna be like, oh damn, they gonna be feeling bad about themselves. That might start making their performance go even down more. So instead of being so quick to jump shit, when something happens to somebody from our city and shit like that, we need to embrace. And I understand, like, yeah, everybody, we got sections, everybody got their cliques and shit. I'm not saying motherfuckers need to click up, but bro, we need more unity and more loyalty, you feel me? Definitely, that's what I gotta say on that.
I'm just trying to click with only with people that's already established. Like
exactly,
said, like,
literally.
I just started this camera shit a year ago, you feel me? I'm just now, like, dipping my toes in the water. And bro, you know, type with me. That's how shit works. Like, you're doing, say, music, you're a rapper, you're doing music and shit. Don't just go out there and try to, who's the best producer out here, who's this and that. Like, nah, fuck that. Go find someone you know that's already doing shit. Help them record while they help learn how to mix. In the meantime, find a cameraman that's learning how to do camera shit. Find the fashion designers to get the shit. Like, you could just really team up, work together, that's different. Everybody just want to, who's the hottest in the city? A lot of niggas don't fuck with each other, but they try to click up with them because they want their clout. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck that. Build your own community, build your own support.
And to piggyback like on everything we talking about right now is like, another thing I'll say is like, motherfuckers be hating with no solution, bro. Like, for example, bro, on the Mile High Minute post, somebody commented, oh, dude in the Bulls gear needs to hit the weight room or some shit because he's a stick or some shit, talking shit. And like me, I'm not getting mad, bro. I laugh at that shit. You feel me?
Right,
Obviously,
yeah,
I responded back and told him to get off my dick and shit like that. But like, that's the thing, bro. Motherfuckers talk shit to you and not offer the solution, bro.
Right.
That's like telling a motherfucker, like, for example, you tell a motherfucker like, nigga, your teeth yellow as fuck, bro. But then you don't help them, like, that's fucked up.
Right.
You feel me? But if you be like, bro, and you ain't even got to say like that. Like, you could be like, bro, your teeth low-key kind of on the yellow side, but this is what you can do. But this is what you could do. This is what I do to keep my shit white. Or this is what you can do to get your shit like mine. Or this is what you can do to, you feel me?
Right.
And get your shit right. But instead, motherfuckers just be talking shit like, nigga, your shit yellow as fuck, nigga. And then just be talking shit like, damn, offer a motherfucking solution, help them correct their shit instead of just be talking shit. Like, you talking shit like you know what the answers is to make sure his shit not yellow or to make sure I'm not a twig. Like I told bro, send me a workout plan then. You feel me? Because obviously you know it all, my nigga. You obviously know it all. Like, so that's one thing I'll say. Like, if you gonna be like,
that's the biggest thing I learned from you on this.
Bro, if you gonna talk shit to somebody, offer them some help. Unless you really talking shit to them maliciously and you like really wanting to hurt their feelings, bro. And then that's another thing. Like bro said that shit behind the social media page, bro. Like, that's some pussy ass shit. He wouldn't say that shit to my face. Not saying, oh, I would've beat this nigga up or any of that if he would've said it to my face, but I definitely wouldn't have let that shit slide. He definitely wouldn't have said that shit in front of my face. But stop letting this social media shit get to y'all's heads and hiding behind these pages, because some motherfuckers don't play that shit in person, bro. For real. Like, y'all be hiding behind these pages, having private accounts, talking shit, but won't say none of this shit to nobody in person, bro. And that's another thing. Like,
you got a private account, bro. You gotta get your shit together, bro.
Literally,
bro.
That shit is so lame, bro.
Don't stop hating on shit just because you afraid to do shit. It's a lot of people that couldn't make a Dapper money, they couldn't make a Mile High Minute, they couldn't make a TFULA, but they hate on shit.
And that's why they hate
to do it. Literally. They just hate him.
Literally.
Her type shit. But it's like, you don't gotta hate on the next person just because they doing some shit that you are afraid to do or that you can't do. Like, support them.
And like bro said, literally they hate because they can't. You feel me? They hate us because they ain't us. Niggas be hating because they can't do shit, bro. And that's as simple as that, bro.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was gonna ask top 3 designers outside of yourself.
Okay, bet.
Who's y'all top 3 designers?
Just worldwide or in the city?
Well, you want to go first?
We'll go in the city and then worldwide.
My first, and nobody get mad if I leave you off this list, bro. This is my personal picks based off creativity, based off like who be throwing the good events and like who be like really doing their shit, bro. So if you're not in my top 3, you probably on my list. You're just not in my top 3. So number 1, I'm gonna say LOR, Living on Reality, and I'll say him because bro's
shit's unique as
unique as fuck. Bro's gear go like dumb, bro. Like, he got belts, he got kicks, he got the big ass inflatable, he got the waffles. Like bro's marketing is on point than a motherfucker. So he's number 1, and not just because of that, but because like his hunger for this shit, bro. Anytime a celebrity's in the city or a rapper, any of that, anytime any big names in the city, he's tapping in. Even if they not in the city, he's tapping in. So shout out my boy Days, you feel me? Like, shit. And really, we seen his shit from like grow up from the first Killionaire pop up. Remember that first Killionaire pop up? Yeah. I remember he low key didn't have like the inflatable, none of that shit yet, bro. And to see him grow over these years, that shit's crazy. So I'll say LOR first spot for sure. I'll say Killionaire after that. Shout out my boy Moses, you feel me? Money Mo Money, you feel me? And because shit, he obviously is making moves in the city. His quality is there. The varsity jackets he just dropped, fire as fuck, you feel me? And then for the last slot, I'm gonna have to rock with my boy Zell, because that's my young prodigy. And that's Lone and Disaster, if y'all ain't know, L&D. So my top 3 are LOR, Killionaire, and Lone and Disaster. And shout out my boy Zell, that's my young prodigy. You feel me? He wanted to start this clothing shit, and shit, I showed him the ropes, and that nigga just took off with this shit. You feel me? So shout out my young boy. Definitely should be here. Bro was supposed to be here, but he was playing. He obviously got shit to handle back at home, so I understand that shit. But yeah, those are my top 3. So what's your top 3?
Yeah. So my top 3 just for like different type of reasons, because I don't want to just say, because if I would say top 3, just all because of like designs. I'm really like, I'm just like design and shit. I don't really give a fuck too much about the numbers type shit. But I am gonna say like, I'll say Unique Eugene for designs. That nigga shit is hard as fuck, because he does cut and sew and all type of shit. This nigga be making like actual collections and shit like that. That like they all cohesive with each other. Like this nigga did this military type of collection type shit. Nigga, that shit was crazy, bro. Snaps and all type of shit. Like that's and then I'll say LOR for growth. Like, and that nigga's designs is hard as fuck too, obviously. That nigga been and we used to do pop-ups together and shit like that.
Facts.
Yeah, me and bro be like giving each other advice and shit like that. Like
I went to that nigga's baby shower, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's how locked in with these niggas is, you feel me?
Hell yeah. And then I would say living decent for just being just like stable for stability. Like just like that's like the longest running brand that I've seen that niggas actually be wearing in the city. Like,
hey, honorable mentions though. I got a couple honorable mentions. Yeah, I got a couple honorable mentions too. After the living decent shit, for sure. Yeah,
well, that was my top 3 shit. And I could say a lot of honorable mentions. Everybody that was in my fashion show, like Celestial Ocean, she goes crazy. Obviously, we keeping each other out of it, but you know this nigga would have been my top 3.
Yeah, obviously this nigga been my shit.
And that's just cause this nigga like really all be drawing his shit. Like it's not like nigga, I'm more of like a graphic designer or like a technical designer with my shit.
Yeah, facts.
This nigga really be drawing shit and all that shit, so that's hard.
I would say my honorable mentions would be like Creed. Shout out my auntie Tion, you feel me? Creed. Antics. Deranged Times. Shout out my boy Lorenz. And a lot of people, one thing I'll say about Lorenz, like people in Denver need to get tapped more into that shit, because like y'all would think that's like an LA brand or something. That my nigga straight from Denver, bro. But yeah, literally. Hell yeah. And that's this nigga's cousin, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Lorenz is my nigga's cousin.
My blood cousin, bro. My nigga.
Got to LA.
He used to have. Yeah, I saw that photo shoot. I had just noticed that you had did that. I was like, yeah, you was with him with that. But he used to have the Verse the World shit, and they was doing that like more as a group. I just think that they didn't manage it right or something. That's why I ain't fuck with it. But he been designing since I started, kind of. Yeah, Brody's crazy.
Yeah, them is my honorable mentions.
How'd you tap in with 100 Pack Savvy? Because I noticed he be talking about you.
Okay. So the way I tapped in with my nigga 100 Pack, it's crazy. All right, so one of his bros and my mom used to date. You feel me? And that's really how I tapped in with that nigga. That nigga used to be coming to the crib all the time, and we used to be like betting on 2K, betting on Madden, all that shit, smoking big gas, all that. And then like I met bro there. Shit, he showed me his music, and this was like not way before, but this was like before he was blown up in the city. You feel me? Because I was still like in Fort Collins, like I was coming down and shit. You feel me? And it was before Ass Cheeks on Babe Shirt, bro. It was definitely before Ass Cheeks on Babe Shirt.
That's when I got hit.
It was like around that. It was like IDK Part 1 with Get Money Sick, like around that time and shit like that. Like, but I met him at the crib, and he showed me his music. I instantly was fucking with that shit. Was bumping that shit in Fort Cole, you feel me? Then once I came back down, shit, I just always, I don't know, bro. Me and him just was locked in, bro. It's kind of weird. Like, I just would always throw him gear, you feel me? Him, Polo, who else? Like, I'll just throw all the rappers gear, you feel me? And shit, like 100 Packs, just out of love, like him being big bro, like our relationship, he just was a real nigga and always would put Dapper money in his songs, bro, like without me even asking. You feel me? And like that's some real ass shit, like, cause ain't nobody doing that shit, you feel me? But he would ask me for gear, like for his videos and shit, like to rep that shit, you feel me? So I'll be like, yep, let me get something together. And this was low-key before like I had the jerseys and shit. This was when I was still doing heat press and shit like that. So the gear I was able to give him wasn't like top of the line quality, but shit, you see he rocked with me through that shit. And it's forever love. He got the Dapper Money lifetime membership. He knows he get that Dapper Money pack whenever for the free. He knows that. But that's basically how we locked in. I met him at the crib. He just always pull up when we doing the Madden and 2K sessions and shit like that. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Nah, he show hella love. That's one thing I always fucked with about Savvy is like, even in like other interviews he be doing and random shit, like he always vouched for me. He never like
facts.
talking crazy.
Yeah, that's big bro.
Yeah.
That's big bro for
Nah,
sure.
fuck with that shit.
You feel me? And I don't be trying to like be like leeching off his name and be like, oh yeah, I know Savvy this,
Right,
and Savvy that, Savvy this.
Everyone knows him in the city though. Like even dude, fucking little bro, Lamar,
oh yeah,
he's
facts.
like, you know 100%.
And it's crazy. It's crazy because motherfuckers be coming up to me like, bro, you know 100 pack,
Right.
and it's just like regular to me because that's just like, bro, you feel me? Like obviously, yeah, I'm proud of my nigga being a superstar. You feel me? Because shit, he gonna be a mega superstar like all over. You feel me? But like it just be like crazy to me to think like shit, people coming up like, oh, you know 100 pack, and it's just like shit, that's big bro. Like I know him. You feel me? Like, but I don't be trying to like get nothing off his name either, and that's why I fuck with him putting Dapper Money in the songs. Cause how I look at it, bro, him putting Dapper Money in the songs is like Soulja Boy with Bape or Lil Wayne, Pharrell, all them with Bape when I got me some bathing apes. You feel me? Remember when Soulja?
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, and you see Bape busting. So Dapper Money is finna be the same way, bro. People finna listen to 100 pack shit. Literally, they gonna listen and be like, what's Dapper Money? They gonna search that shit up. You feel me? Like I heard Nipsey say Giuseppe jeans. I heard him saying this song. He said something about Giuseppe jeans. I did not know what Giuseppe's was. Searched that shit up, figured it out. It was some jeans and shit. So I figured that's what people gonna do when they hear Big Bro talking about Dapper Money in his songs.
All right, top 3 rappers in the city. You can only name 3 though.
All right, bet. Obviously, 100 pack #1 in my slot.
Okay, it's top 3 right now, and top 3 all time.
All right, 100 pack #1 right now. Number 2, I had to say AP.
That was my top 3.
And then the 3rd slot, I'ma rock with my boy Lil Mac Diddy. You feel me?
He's hard, yeah.
Shout out my boy Mac Diddy. That's big bro too. You feel me? Me and him locked in. So
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even too tapped in with music like that in the city. Like I be listening to it, but I don't be like, I don't know.
Who do you hear the most from? Or like who do you
I'll be hearing like 100 pack Savvy. Like who I actually listened to for a minute was Too Much TNT.
Oh,
that
he's
nigga's
hard as
hard.
fuck. Yeah, he's hard. He's hella hard.
Like sat there and listened to him.
He's hard as fuck.
That nigga goes crazy. And shit, who's the 3rd one? I'm trying to fucking think like who be rapping.
Shit.
I like the female that rap Kaleb and Irie. She's hard.
She's hard.
Yeah, that's a good.
She's hard.
She's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
about y'all?
Top 3.
So I said kind of like, bro, I've been so focused in on my own, just getting my life together. I've been kind of out the loop a little bit, but personal top 3, I obviously have to go 100 pack. I'd say out of most locals, I listen to 100 pack the most. 2, he don't drop as much, but we was talking about earlier, Curvy Great, that man spit, he engineers his own shit, you know what I mean, mixing himself, all that shit. 3 is some niggas you don't know. I'm gonna have to put them collectively in a group. It's my guys, AU Code, AU Gold, you feel me, Gold Crew. They all go crazy, you know, they all make their own beats, they all mix themselves, record themselves. And they're really, apart from the different sounds, like a lot of people want to be on, you know, like hard shit, banging shit, you know what I mean, talking shit, but I was really just making art pieces type shit, and like stuff just like from the heart, real creative shit. So especially Jordan like the next Kanye West, but I promise you, I'm about to put you on some of my nigga shit. Okay, good. He goes crazy, bro. Honorable mention, I'll be holding out, but I'm out barring 90% of y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy.
I don't know, bro.
What's your top 3, man?
Savvy, Lil Mac Diddy, because that tape that he
Diddy's
just
hard.
dropped, that most recent tape he just dropped,
No, it wasn't the Blend.
that one was crazy.
No, Scale Dale, yep.
Yeah, that one was crazy. I messed up that one tough. And then 3, AP, because he's just
He hit.
Super lyrical.
Hell yeah, that shit hits for real.
Yeah. And honorable mention, I have to go Bobby, his little brother.
Yeah, Bobby Blackheart.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
okay.
low-key
Yeah, that's AP's
crazy.
little brother.
Like I got
That's
his
my
unreleased
guy.
stuff that's crazy.
Yeah, I'll say Bobby modeled in our shit. He modeled in the Montbello Dapper Money jacket.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, that's Bobby Blackheart. So go definitely tap in with his music.
He
His
don't
shit.
drop his legs.
Hey, my honorable mention. I got a couple honorable mentions. The other one is Yo Mozzie. Yo Mozzie. That's hey yeah, Yo Mozzie on IG. I believe his artist name is just Mozzie, but his IG name's Yo Mozzie. That nigga is hard, bro. Like he makes like Bryson Tiller type, Tory Lanez type, and that nigga's versatile. He can rap too, bro. Yo Mozzie, bro. No, I'm good.
I fucking want it. Jay Truth
Okay.
has so much potential.
Shit, I see him before.
She tapped in, like wanted to tap in with, you know, a little more producers, because like respectfully, you know, he's learning how to just engineer his own shit, you know what I mean? But like, he be on his Juice WRLD shit, like that man's don't write. He'll pull up with his studio shit in his car, straight off the top, 10 tracks, get shit done. Like he don't stop every day, it's just freestyle, spitting, rapping, dropping shit, tapes. So it's like, it's a lot of, so many people in Denver that are so cold, so talented.
Bro,
It just all comes down, like we were talking about privately, it's about how you present yourself, bro. You are a business, and like a lot of Denver artists need to start understanding that like the way they speak, the way they communicate, the way they do business with people, that shit is so crucial and essential to like, it's a popularity contest, bro. You can't be popular if you make niggas hate you.
Literally, facts.
Like, you gotta show love so you can get that love back, you know what I mean? And like do good business, be loyal type shit. Pay people,
Literally.
pay your videographers,
gotta invest.
pay for your promotion, pay for the clothes, don't be cheap, don't be stingy. Stop talking about having bags and having money and shit, man.
Facts.
Spend some money, you broke, nigga.
Facts, bro. It be these niggas that be scamming,
Always
doing
trying to
all
get
this
free
shit. That don't be having no bread to spend with niggas that be on Facebook flexing the hardest.
No.
Oh, they got the biggest bag, they
Niggas
got
only
the most
$20
chains,
shit.
all that shit, literally. But yeah, and then you ready for top 3 all time?
Yeah.
All time Colorado? All right. Number 1, I have to say, my top 3 all time. Number 1, I have to say Interstate Ike, number 1 slot. Cause shit, I grew up on Interstate Ike. You feel me? That's like my uncle. You feel me? Like be at his crib, in the garage. They had all the shit, the shoes for sale, the CDs for sale, all that shit in Montbello. You feel me?
That's hard.
We used to be pulling up to the 5-5 day in Montbello. I got a picture of that. We had our 5-5 shirts on with Uncle Ike and all that. You feel me? So that's my number 1. And if you really listen to Interstate Ike's music, bro, that's that shit. There's this one song that always stuck in my head from a jit, and he be like, "What is a person?" I just remember this one bar. What is a person from the Bellows called somebody that's jealous Jello? You feel me? But I can't remember the song, but that's how it be like JELLO. That shit a banger though. He probably got it on a CD somewhere. I can't find that bitch on YouTube.
No,
That shit a banger. Number 2 slot. I need 4 slot. I need an honorable mention slot too. Number 2 slot, Kofax Cack. You feel me? Obviously, Colorado legend. You feel me? If you know about Colorado music, you don't hear Kofax Cack in the top. And then 3rd spot, I have to go Young Doe. You feel me? Because I grew up around all these, literally watching all these people, bro. For y'all don't know, my mom was a Denver Diamond Diva. And all the older people, they know what that is. You feel me? That was like a clique, you feel me, basically, like the females and shit. But yeah, basically we used to be around all the top rappers back in the gap, the music scene. We used to be around all of them. So Young Doe, my 3rd slot, and then my honorable mention, I'm gonna say Hawkman. You feel me?
So basically all MML.
Yeah, shit. I mean, they had the music scene on lock when I was growing up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's all I remember hearing, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? That's all. That's what I was listening to. But yeah, them is mine. I don't know if they know anybody, but
I really don't. I only knew my uncle rapping growing up. His name like Slim Tone or some shit, or Lil Chaos, one of them. But yeah, that nigga, he could still rap. That nigga just be freestyling and all type of shit. Like I guess he just, I don't know what happened, why he didn't blow up. Cause like I always thought that he was just cold as fuck since I was young. Cause I used to go I used to live with my grandma. Like, I would switch back and forth to my mom and my grandma's house, and he used to always have his little shit in the basement, his studio and shit like that. I would like go fuck with it. I'd just be listening to the songs he wouldn't even know type shit. Cause he'd be talking crazy on them motherfuckers, but them bitches was hard.
Shit, man.
I don't know too many. I ain't know hit like bro. I ain't too tapped.
I'm fucking.
I know my biological dad, Insane. He raps. I guess he has like some cool connections with like Currency shit. A couple artists on those like locals too. My stepdad, they used to have a music group together. It's called Session, and then like also Impact Records, which they do start that again. X, he was a member. My uncle X, he actually was Rachel Bailey's manager when she started and shit. So that's really all I know for Colorado, like older rappers and shit. I really just know the young ones. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like I said, bro, I grew up listening to that shit. My mom used to have all the CDs that Running the Maze book that Young Doe wrote. She used to have that shit.
He just gave me that book.
Shit, I remember seeing that all the time when I was a kid. I used to be seeing all that shit, like all the Colorado shit from back in the day, bro. I used to be seeing all that shit. Like, that's why I say, bro, and that's another reason, like, I'm really tapped in, bro. Like, I really grew up in this Colorado shit, bro. Grew up in the scene, bro, seeing shit. Like, that's one thing I'll say that separates me from a bunch of people, and why my brand is, like, you feel me? Like, why the Jackets, why you can say the Jackets is so hard, because
you actually lived it.
Bro, I done lived in Montbello before. I grew up in the world, like, most of my life, you feel me? But like I said, I moved around, bro. Lived in Montbello before. The only place I ain't lived, Park Hill, the east side, you feel me? But Montbello, Award, shit, I stay in GVR right now, you feel me? This nigga. But yeah, you feel me? So I grew up in this shit, for real.
Last question, then we'll do shout outs.
Yeah, bet.
What's one piece of advice all y'all have for like anyone who's trying to just push a brand outside coming out of Denver?
Shit, if you're trying to push a brand, just start it. Stop trying to wait till you learn everything and shit like that. You're not gonna learn everything at once, and even if you do learn everything at once, you're not gonna be able to implement it all at once, because this shit is a process, bro. It's not like, there's a difference from clothing brands and designers and designer streetwear brands and shit like that. You feel me? Like, clothing brands is like y'all just putting something on a label. You kind of like just promoting whatever message that is. You know what I mean? But it's more to like having actual garments, actual shit that's quality pieces, like such as like a varsity jacket or some shit with embroidery on it. So yeah, you feel me? And just, if you don't do nothing that you're not passionate about. First off, don't do nothing you're not passionate about, or you gonna waste your motherfucking time.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
I see it every 2 months. Niggas start brands and then they just fade away. Or they change the name 28 times and then it still just fades away.
Started like 5 different fashion brands since 2018. Not my passion.
Right, and then bro found his passion with the camera shit, because it's cold as fuck. Like
Cold as shit.
Cause that's what you're doing. If you is just trying to like rock with it, then whatever your calling really is, like, you never gonna be able to,
you ain't gonna find that shit.
And you could have been way more happy with your shit. Don't think of this shit as if it's feeling like a job to you, it's probably not what you need to do.
Right.
But as far as actually like pushing in the shit, be on just think of quality. As I said, to just start some shit, just still think of quality though. You feel me? At all times. Like, don't just like how bro was saying, you're not gonna make shit perfect, but still try to have like your videos nice, your presentation nice, you know what I mean? Because it is a business at the end of the day. And
progression is better than pause.
Exactly. Like consistently just trying to build yourself, like, because people will see how you start, and then 6 months later they'll be like, oh, this nigga started like that, but now he's just keep on going up and up and up. You feel me? Because you was taking videos from a phone in the bathroom or some shit like that, and now you got whole productions and shit. You feel me? So just start and then keep the growth going. Don't try to keep yourself at one level, because there's levels to this shit. It's a whole lot of them. You feel me?
Well, the advice I have is like bro said, if you want to start some shit, start that shit, obviously. But the thing is, once you start it, you got to keep going with that shit. And not only that, you got to be willing to make sacrifices, you feel me? You got to be willing to sacrifice your time, sacrifice your energy, your money, friendships, relationships. You gonna have to sacrifice shit. And another, like, I got a bunch of shit. Be ready to put your money up, you feel me? nobody's gonna do this shit for you. You feel me? Nobody's gonna invest into your brand. That's what I have to learn. Nobody's gonna invest into your shit. So you gotta have that money. And where's that money gonna come from? You gotta sacrifice, work a 9 to 5, get your bread together. You feel me? Invest in your business till it starts making its own money. Then once it starts making its own money, you still work that 9 to 5. So you paying your overhead. Let the business money be the business money. You feel me? What else? Don't hate on nobody else and wait your turn. You feel me? Don't hate and don't wait. And when I say don't hate, don't wait. Don't hate on nobody and don't wait on nobody. So when don't hate on nobody, just because you see that shit going up, don't hate on them. Wait your turn. Your turn's gonna come. Don't wait on nobody so you can do your plans. If you got a homie that say he want to be your business partner and you tell him I got 50, when you gonna have your 50? I'm not gonna have my 50 till next week. All right, boom, I'm doing this shit without you. Because if I wait on you, you ain't got your 50 till next week, then that shit turns into a couple months, you ain't have your 50. So don't wait on nobody. And shit, just keep going. Like, don't worry about what nobody says. When I first started this Dapper Money shit, I used to draw on clothes, bro. I used to draw I used to draw on my motherfucking shirts. I had these jean shorts. Anybody who went to Hinckley will remember this shit. I used to draw on my clothes, bro. Dapper Money shit. And motherfuckers used to laugh at me, bro. Used to ask all that shit. What does that mean? All that shit. But I kept going. Now them same motherfuckers be in my DMs talking about, oh yeah, I remember when you used to draw on your clothes. Right. Yeah, I bet you do, because you see this shit going up, my nigga. So yeah, fuck that. Literally clowning. So fuck the haters. Push your shit and represent your brand, bro. Don't start this shit just because you see everybody else got a clothing brand. Because, like bro said, if it's not your passion, your shit gon' fail, bro. Only do this shit if you got a passion. And yeah, that's my piece of advice.
I like two, three. I'll make it quick though. First one, like bro was saying, just do it. You feel me? Like back in high school, I was like, damn, I'm broke. You feel me? I can't get a camera, all this shit. You know what I mean? Just last year, literally like a year ago, came back around. I was just randomly like, fuck it. I want a fucking camera and I want to do some shit, you feel me? So I was like, I got enough just to get it. Made that sacrifice, got my shit, man, over time, just kept buying pieces. I got like 7 cameras, man. I got all the lights, I got Mac equipment. And I'm still learning how to do shit, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to do it, because I've got so many opportunities just saying, fuck, I'm gonna do it. And everybody started trying to pick up the camera after I got my shit. They seen that if I could do it, niggas could do it, because I'm quiet, I always been like timid and shit, you know, not trying to take risks and shit. 2, don't expect support if you're not gonna give support. You feel me? Like everybody wants to be supported, wants you to cop their shit, but nobody want to cop no one else's shit. Nobody wants to shout nobody else's shit out. Nobody wants to help shit. Like help your people. You know what I mean? Like don't be afraid to help. Like if you got somebody that needs help to come and hold the lights, literally just hold a light up so they can get some shit on their clothes. Do that shit. Don't be, oh, I got my own shit. Nah, I can only focus on my own shit. I can't do this shit. Like, that's just weird as fuck to me, you know what I mean? Like, we all got our own shit, but we all still help each other.
Exactly.
That shit, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I guess 3, yeah, just don't be afraid. Like, everybody's just held back by fear. Everybody, you know, they start doing shit, but then they get scared. Like, I have my moments where I'm like, damn, like, I'm not that cold, you know what I mean? I look at my work, I'm looking at like Lincoln Bio, my boy Martin, you know, I've been watching him since he started this shit. I'm like, I'm nowhere near his shit. Like, I have my quality, I don't know how to edit, you know, all these things. So like, I get scared, like, damn, I'm afraid to like have Floyd, shout out Floyd, best promoter in Denver, you feel me, on the West Coast. You know, I'll be afraid like, oh, he's gonna hit me up to come do the Key Glock show or come do the Little Tower show or some shit. I'm gonna fuck up, I'm not know what I'm doing or some shit, or like whatever I get, they're not gonna fuck with it because the quality's not up to par. Just fear, but then I do shit and people are like, damn, that shit's hard, that shit's this and that. And like, I didn't think so because I was afraid, you know what I mean? But like a lot of people, you gotta forget, a lot of people don't think how we're thinking. Like, we might think that we're not cool or we're not doing shit, but people on the outside, they may not say it all the time, but they think you're him. They think that you're really that person, and they actually want to be just like you.
Facts.
You'll never know because people are afraid to like give people their coins, give people their credit and their props. Yeah, give people their credit, give people their props. Like, real shit. Just be you, be authentic. Legitimately, just be authentic, live in your true self, walk in your own footsteps, make your own steps in the snow. Like, you don't gotta follow everybody else. You don't gotta follow every trend. Like, somebody started the trend, and niggas forget that. You know what I mean? Somebody who was getting shit talks for doing something, fanny packs. They used to call me gay. They used to call me this and that.
Now
Like,
everybody rock
2016,
them bitches.
Now everybody do it. Like, it's just small shit. People talk shit until they see it. It's something
popular,
big, so you gotta be
literally.
the first person that niggas talk shit to. You know?
Literally, if a motherfucker decided that we all not wearing shoes, like the most famous motherfucker was like, we not wearing shoes no more, and everybody went with the trend, that's what it would be. It's just like
That would be
said.
crazy as fuck.
That would be crazy.
Shit.
Everybody shitted on dunks. All of a sudden, a couple people start rocking dunks. It gets popular. Everybody rocking them. Now everybody hates
Them
it.
bitches still
It's like that's just how it goes. That's why that following trend shit is lame. So like everybody's gonna follow it, but the fact that everybody follows it, those same people that first followed it are gonna start hating on that shit and like undermine you because now you're following the trend. It's too big now. It's like, what the fuck? Just wear what you want, say what you want, speak how you want, move how you want.
All I have to say is nothing happens overnight. So yeah, don't be expecting to jump into something and be expecting
Overnight
results
success.
overnight success, or it's gonna be results overnight. You gotta grind a little bit. Might take a couple years, might take, you never know how long it will take. You gotta grind.
Don't be afraid to start something. Some shit just don't work out. Sometimes shit just not for you. Don't be afraid to try a different lane, bro. There's so many different lanes to go. You don't gotta just follow literally that one shit. I've tried. I do music still. I've tried to do fashion. You feel me? I've done this photography shit. I've tried to do modeling. I've tried to do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's about finding what lane works best for you.
And I got one more thing just to piggyback off what Lil Bro said about not it being like overnight results. Like the greatest things in this world have been like, it took a while to make. You feel me? Think about it, like the Great Wall of China. That shit took a long time to make. Some of the greatest rappers didn't pop till 10 years after they started. Some of these NBA players, they don't pop till they 10th season. They don't go crazy till their 10th season, and you be thinking like, who's this motherfucker? He's a rookie. You go look him up on Google. Motherfucker been in the league 10 years, but you never knew about him because this season he started going crazy. But he worked up. You feel me? So it's just like 2 Chainz. You feel me? He started off as Titty Boy. He was with that one song that go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. You feel me? Motherfuckers did not know that 2 Chainz was on that song. You feel me? Then now, boom, fast forward. He's 2 Chainz now, you feel me? Like, so it's just like, you gotta just keep going. Meek Mill even said he was broke for 13 years, you feel me? His stomach was hurting, he was on the corner, he had the nappy braids, all that. So it's just like Lil Bro said, shit don't happen overnight. But yeah, that's my last closing thing. And just keep going. The marathon continues.
Yeah, man.
So you can follow us follow me at MoneymanJuice23 on IG. The clothing page is at Dapper_money clothing. And if you want to follow any of our other page, our record label page, our athletics page, any of that is at Dapper_money, and then whatever branch you're looking for. But at Dapper_money, boom.
Yo, TFULA attire, TFULA attire. The fuck you looking at? Yeah, if you don't know, now the fuck you know. It's a lot of purple and orange shit going on. Hey, make sure you tap into the Instagram. A lot of reels, a lot of visuals of my fashion show I did, my pieces, exclusive offers, all type of shit like that. I make sure that motherfuckers is fresh and they get entertained by it as well. You feel me?
Shit, follow me on Instagram at Zouse77. Shit, it's Zouse, not sauce, not saucy, not sauce, Zouse. House with a Z. Remember that. Shout out my boy Brett Saylor, Mile High Minute. I've been waiting to meet bro in person. You feel me? Finally got the chance. What better place than New York with some of the greatest creatives in Colorado, bro. I'm blessed to be here.
Hell yeah.
Shout out OJ. Shout out to Shout out OJ Mom, family.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, like how Big Bro said, go follow the records page, all the Dapper Money pages. Any artists want to tap in with the records, we're trying to build that up, so tap in with that. All artists follow. And my personal page, TrenchBaby 2_Jay, follow that. Yeah.
All right, man.
And shout out my High Minute, the #1 blog and podcast in the motherfucking universe, you feel me? And we here with Dapper Money, TFULA, Zal's Visions, and my guy TrenchBaby Jay, co-owner of Dapper Money Clothing.
Yes, sir, man. Mile High Mini, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment down below who your favorite Mile High Mini interview is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, stay notified when all the latest news drops. Make sure y'all go follow Dapper Money, TFULA, Zal's, TrenchBaby, all that. Instagram links all will be in the description of this video. Man, Mile High Mini, #1 blog in the universe. We out. Appreciate it.